Pezza, why do I care? Why do I care? We know that this show is powered by Cred. You can pay any bill you like on Cred, not just your credit card bill, your phone bill, electricity, water bill, any bill you like, any bill you have it all. I've been at a wedding today, Pez. I was in Sydney. I flew back for this event tonight. I wanted to be here with the people to be part of this, so I flew back. But at that wedding, there were cricketers who were good cricketers who were at that wedding. And they asked me what stage of the tournament the T20 World Cup was at today. And I just think that maybe if you've got like some advertising bills coming up or maybe some marketing budget to spend, you can pay those bills with Cred. But it also makes me think, why do I care? Because no one else cares. No one else cares. It's November now. It's getting closer to the summer season. We're still in rainy season, of course, as we know. But it's a must-win game for Australia, and everyone's saying, well, they've tapered perfectly, everyone being us, and we are everyone, and they are us. And it's Friday night, and it's great weather, and it's Adelaide. It's one of the great places to go and watch cricket. And there's 18,000 people there. And I think, so why do I care? Why do I care when I see the team sheet and Mitchell Stark's nodded it, and I think, what the fuck am I looking at? What the fuck is this? And then I care too much, and I think, that's quite revealing about me and my personality. So answer all those things for me, mate, in just 1 to 2 sentences.
You need to use Cred to pay your therapy bills, brother.
Oh, okay. I've come to the wrong place. This is the wrong Zoom meeting.
Is anything more vile than integrating a sponsorship with a mental health joke? That's how low we go in Australian cricket. Look, as we've always said, you've got to look at cricket in a binary way, you know. Australia, a couple of things go their way in this high jeopardy tournament where, like, you fart the wrong way and you're out of the comp.
Yep.
They're barnstorming through to the semis, and we think they're the greatest team. Well, they probably are still the greatest T20 team Australia's ever put out, given the country's never given a fuck about this format. But as it happens, that didn't happen, and now there'll have to be a royal commission into this side. There's only 2 ways to look at the Australian team: be the best or fuck off. They may still make the semis, in which case I reserve the right to go back to the first option, even though that's going to be because another team played well. But let's remember, that they will finish on the same number of points, most likely, as England and New Zealand. You know, they lose a game, everyone else has lost a game, basically. They had a washout, that's it. But the story of Australia's tournament and the story of the World Cup is, like, it seems to be not just a challenge of winning the right amount of games, but, like, Australia has had the most sustained amount of mediocrity through those wins, and they've been punished for it. You know, like, I think that's what this World Cup has been based on. When you have so few games, the way you win a game or the way you lose a game is almost as important as the win or loss itself. And so when you aggregate Australia's performances and you're like, well, they got absolutely pantsed by New Zealand. They couldn't capitalise on 5 for 25. They got Lorcan tuckered against Ireland. And I look at this game against Afghanistan, and throughout the entire game, most of Australian Twitter, which is about 8 or 9 people, were putting the performance down to and Australia's impending inability not to win a game. Inability to win a game by 100 runs, which is what they basically need to do, down to, like, questions of sort of tactics and moving of chess pieces on the chessboard. And it's like, hang on a second, Australia mightn't even win this game, the actual game. And when I see the result of the game, the truth of it is, like, that was just the reflection of where both teams are. Like, that was just quite a truthful result in cricket. The problem is our perceptions. The problem is what we tell ourselves. Like, the problem is sacred cows. You know, like, you make the point about Stark. You're right. Stark was probably the kind of guy they needed for what they required tonight. But by the same token, like, listening to some of the commentary, Stark's had fucking 20 minutes out of the game and all of a sudden he's Wasim Akram. You know, like all of a sudden, like, you know, but that's just what we do with our Aussie heroes. Like, they've just probably won a hard-fought match where Glenn Maxwell's brilliance was the difference. But really, there's not too much of a difference between Australia and Afghanistan in T20 cricket.
Yeah, but I think the non-selection of Stark is kind of endemic of a team that doesn't even know what its best team is and doesn't really know what they're trying to achieve necessarily. I mean, Kane Richardson comes in, and Kane Richardson's a skilled bowler. He's played in the IPL. He's played international cricket for a number of years. He has multiple caps, but he comes in and he gets it's 1 for 48 or 4 overs, I think it was, and it's like, didn't really look like running through the side. I mean, he almost got a wicket first ball, I guess. Cam Green dropped the catch. But like, I'm looking at the Australian team, and there's not one player in form. Not a single player is in form. I know Maxwell has a good game today, but like form, like by definition means like a sustained run of success or achievement. And I look at other teams, and they seem to have at least 1 or 2 players that are in really good form. I don't think Australia's got a single player in form. And before the tournament, Aaron Finch is saying they're tired. That's I mean, that's what happened to India, I think, last time. We were talking to guys who were in and around that environment, and they just said India were just cooked. Maybe that's the thing. It may well be. Australia has 2 injuries today and a change with Stark. It looked like Australia in this tournament is about the 5th or 6th best T20 team in the world. It doesn't matter. We'll win the Boxing Day Test. Job done. What are the Scorchers doing? Can Western Australia play in the semis this year? Because they beat India. So, I don't know. Just a couple of suggestions there for me.
I did think you were going to say, like, job done, 6 points in a song. And it led me to think about what would Australia's song be like tonight? What is there a sort of a melancholic version of Chellaluna? You know, like they win, but it was a limp victory, wasn't it? You know, like they won't have the Eskies out. They won't be bashing and breaking the Eskies. They'll kind of be playing a soft tune, you know, like just a little tap of the Esky or a kind of a sad version of Chellaluna. I'm also conscious that as we talk like this, he goes, it will become apparent to viewers that we get a bit serious talking about the Australian team. You know, like, so
because we care.
No, and God damn it, I don't want to care. I don't want to care.
Damn it!
Yeah,
damn it! Like, I kind of when Rashid Khan was about to hit 40 off the last 8 balls, I was thinking, do I want Afghanistan to win as like a sort of like morbid punishment for like my team not doing well?
Yeah,
so like I need it to be so disastrous. Yeah, spank me daddy stuff is I need it to be so disastrous for me to be like, well, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
But instead they win, and now I've got a dilemma, Pez, where now I care about what happens between England and Sri Lanka tomorrow.
100%.
And I'm watching that, aren't I? And we're reviewing that here, and I've got emotions about it. Now that's unfortunate for my plans for the next 6 to 9 months.
Indeed.
I don't know why.
I thought just to the game, people are on the edge of their seats going, well, what do you think of what happened in the game? At this point, it doesn't matter what fucking happened in the game. But I thought Mitch Marsh's innings was quite like symbolic of Australia in this tournament. Just some great glimpses, you know, like it could have been something. You can see that something's there. But it is his highest score in the tournament, and it's a contribution, etc. But like, as Adam Gilchrist said, like, he's threatened, he's teased, said Mitch Marsh. I thought Mitch Marsh is a tease horse this tournament, and so is the Australian cricket team, a big tease horse for a stallion to get erect to do their business elsewhere, and that stallion is the 4 teams that will make the semi-finals.
Yes. And who's Megan Thee Stallion?
Indeed.
Let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments. Obviously, Marsh up the chute. You know, he's gone. And then it's still always nice in and of itself to see Glenn Maxwell be Glenn Maxwell every so often. I think it's great. It's great. And like, it's not only great and contributory to the team, but like, he is truly good to watch. It's like, this is it's world-class shit when Maxwell's on and he's making it happen. Once again, Australia's death batting, no good. Had a nice platform. just absolutely shat the bed again. Sorry to use that. I'm actually disgusted by that phrase, but they did it in the warm-up game against India. Obviously, they were no good in their chase against New Zealand. Against Ireland, it was the same thing. It's been a feature of their entire tournament. I think credit to Afghanistan. I thought they bowled well. I don't know, mate. Like, as I said, they're actually going to finish on the same points as New Zealand and England. You know, there's not too much separating them, but Australia just had a little bit more mediocrity at the wrong times, you know, than New Zealand and England did. So, I
mean, I know you had three things to talk about. Look, I think we're just going all over the shop here because whatever. But like, it's funny how Rashid Khan finishes 48 off 23 at the end. He hits 4 sixes. They needed 33 off the last 12, and he gets it down to what did we win by? 4 runs or some shit. So he was like, Australia just couldn't. I don't think Australia has a death bowler either. No. Every other team seems to have like a good death bowl with a good plan, and Australia does not have that, especially when you don't play the typical death bowler.
That was meant to be Richo, mate.
Like, you change his role.
Richo bowled the 18th. He was meant to bowl the 20th, and he got carded, and they went, nah, it's Stoinis now. Like Kane Richardson, friend of the show, great bloke, and you know, deserving of being in and around the Australian team. Not but he will hereby be referred to as Richo only. And you know,
yes.
I think when you drop Mitch Starc, if you sort of replace him and you're bowling in long sleeves, I think that's balls. That's good ball. I quite like it. I'm just a bit cold here.
And I think it means he's chucking it as well. I think that's actually what it means. I know it's actually an ICC rule. If you do chuck it, chuck the long sleeves on. What I was going to say was that this game, like how close Afghanistan get, didn't they lose like 5 for none in 2 balls?
Yeah, no, they lost 4 for 4 in 9 balls. So basically they were cruising along. Then it was 4 for 4 and 9 balls. Maxwell's brilliant run out changed the game. Adam Zampa then took 2 wickets. Then Hoff got 1 as well. The old, speaking of horses, I don't even think we were. Oh yeah, no, the Stallion. And
teaser horse, yeah.
Yeah, and you think, it's 103 for 6. Hello, Australia might be on here because the commentators kept saying it was 106 that they needed to bowl them out for or restrict them to. I don't think that was true. I think it was like 118 because there's a phenomenon where England win tomorrow, but they win so narrowly that it actually lowers their positive net run rate. So they were still in it a little bit beyond what the commentators were saying on TV. And I'll trust one person who said that on Twitter over whoever the statistician is for the for the host broadcast. yeah, that's right, because it suited the narrative I want. On Rashid Khan, here goes another point. I enjoyed, I don't know if you noticed this, but I felt there was an ongoing passive-aggressive argument happening between local commentators and international commentators vis-a-vis referencing Rashid Khan as hometown hero to Adelaide. They just love him here. They just love him in Adelaide. He's very special Adelaide, to which I felt at least 2 international commentators on multiple occasions said he's a hometown hero in many places, which as an Australian, we can't compute. We're like, the world revolves around us, guys. Like, he comes and plays for the Adelaide Strikers at least 4 weeks a year and has done that for 6 years. And to me, that qualifies him as a special hometown hero. He's our Rashid Khan. And I just thought the 2 commentators, one of which is recently a friend of the show, was quite enjoying letting them know that Rashid Khan does that at many places per year. But the Aussies are like, me no compute.
There's only one franchise competition, and it runs during the same time as our test summer, and then everything stops.
And there was sort of like
they put the big long 6 at the end of the field. They play for a bit, about 6, 7, 8 months, and then they do that again year round.
They were running they kept going. Like they were trying to run this narrative angle that like when Rashid Khan got Stoinis out, like a lot of the crowd didn't know what to do because they love Rashid Khan so much, and then they played this. As they were describing it, they showed another shot of Stoinis getting out, which had the crowd in the background. No one was fucking cheering it. I Obviously, someone was like, "You've got to just talk about how he loves Adelaide Oval." Like, I don't know if it was like a kind of surreptitious Big Bash promotion, but you only had to look around the ground to see. I don't think Australia really knows this tournament's on. Anyway,
Mate, all I could see in the background was about 17, 15-year-olds in the background doing like a TikTok dance, like. One of those jumpy ones, where they transition into the next thing.
I don't know, man. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
You were watching that. All I was thinking of was, could I get a Crick Toss digital collectible of DOS in the sheds? Are any of them around? Should we just go and hashtag
Shut up and
ASKTGC?
take my money. Hit me, baby.
So I just said any questions, so I haven't had one look at this. I said there's 175 responses. Christopher
no
Weinberg. Yep, no screening. Christopher Weinberg. At what point does the team embrace an AFL-style rebuild? And does that force journos to stop talking about footy in the summer?
I think Australia needs to make a couple of trades.
Okay, something about Mitch Marsh's hair. No, I'm not into it. Can you remember a more boring World Cup? I can remember heaps more. The cricket's been really good. It's just your particular.
This has been like one of the best World Cups, like any of the white ball World Cups that I think I've ever seen. It's been fucking awesome.
Exactly.
It's just our team shit. I mean, might make it, might still win the thing. I don't know, but point made.
Zach Dowdle writes in just quickly. Darts 99k leggies. Is that what Australia needs?
I hope that kid knows the impact he's made on the internet. I hope he's. Yeah.
How does this victory rate in terms of the right kind of win, says Travis Lowe? Anyone have Nathan Ellis's phone number? Thoughts on Melbourne victory game tonight, fellas?
This could not have been any more of the wrong kind of win for Australia.
Yeah.
It actually ticks 0 of the boxes in a right kind of win, including like actually getting the points. That's neither here nor there.
Graham Pollock, he goes.
Yeah.
How disappointing is it that you just missed out on a team hat trick? Yeah, well, we all could have gone to jail.
The famous team hat trick of the 2022 T20 World Cup in the last round against Afghanistan at Adelaide Oval on a Friday night.
I know you want to end this, he goes,
gather.
but Nebor wrote in and said, "Why did my wife leave?"
Nebor, I think you know what you did, you naughty, naughty boy. Okay, that'll do. Happy Friday, happy weekend. We'll be back tomorrow for the review of England and Sri Lanka, and then of course the final day on Sunday for Group 2. All those games happening at Adelaide, and the big one at the MCG on Sunday night, where we're doing Sidemouth as well. So thanks as ever, and I think, Pez, this is also going to be the video that takes us over to 150k subscribers. Is that a thing? I think that actually means we shut down the channel. So thanks for everyone for everything. Good luck with all your endeavours. See you later.